Hello, everybody. It is Sunshine,
And Raven.
and today our setup is a little different because we thought we would try something new. Today, we're not looking the best, so
I'm in a bonnet.
we're not looking the very best. So we thought that we would just do a different setup.
And also it's 1:39 in the morning.
It is 1:39, but what I was going to say is I feel like our videos are getting better as we go because we're learning, different ways of filming and editing. It's not the greatest, but we're getting there. So please just work with us and give us some grace so that way we can get better as we continue to go on.
And also, we would appreciate it if y'all just be more patient with us. And as we progress to being more professional at this.
Yes. So we are literally filming this at 1:40 a.m. in the morning. It is September 24th, Tuesday. And yeah, we just wanted to do a late night podcast. And so, are you good?
I'm good.
We We're so sorry. We're trying to be as quiet as we can because there's people in this house that are sleeping, so we don't want to be too loud. Also, if you hear some noise in the background, it's either cars outside because we live near a street, and so you always hear the cars passing by. Also, the fan is on. So,
Oh, and very important, it's like the train's probably about to pass by. So y'all are about to hear like a loud train. I don't know if it's the engine or if it's the horn that always goes off. You know what I'm
both.
talking about? Well, you might hear a loud train go by, and if the train does start going by, then we will silence ourselves and just wait for it to pass.
Yes. But with further, how do you say it? How do people say that? With further ado or with further ado?
I feel like further ado sounds
With
better.
further ado, we're going to get right into this podcast. Raven's going to start us out.
This is podcast number 5, and we hope you guys like it. Our topic for this morning is gonna be, how do y'all feel about moms and dads that let their partners abuse their children? I I'm really trying not to cuss, especially using the term mother effer, because I found where that originated from, but that's not what this is about. So I feel that it's horrible because to me, there's no bad kids. There's only bad parenting. So every child deserves a good parent or guardian. And for you to allow somebody, like, let's just say, for example, that there's a mom that allows someone who's not their biological father to abuse their kids, for you to do that, I'm going to put it in the easiest way I can. You should have kept your legs closed and never had kids. Now I'm going to pass it on to Sunshine.
Okay, so what I have to say about parents who let their partner abuse their children is that I think it's very neglectful for one, but also I feel like, okay, so this is how I'm going to put it. I understand that when you're a single parent and you find someone to be with, that other person takes on the role of a mother figure or a father figure. And so, yes, they're going to essentially help you with your kids in different ways, which includes helping you raise them, giving them advice, buying things for them, attending their sport events and band events, and also in some cases punishing them, whether that be physically or whether that just be them talking to them and them getting grounded. Either way, um, I just feel like, I'm sorry guys if I'm rumbling. I'm trying to find the right words to say. Also, I'm trying not to cuss either. But so I understand that, when you're a single parent and you find somebody, they're going to help you with your kids, especially if they plan on being in both of your lives for a long period of time. But there's different ways of going about things. I feel like if you're going to discipline children, it should come from love, because a lot of the times when our children act out or when they do something that they know that they're not supposed to, um, instead of yelling at them and, you know, making them feel horrible about themselves, I feel like we should tell them or discipline them, but with love, because we care about them and we want them to do better and be better. We understand that you could still be a good parent and your kids will make mistakes. That's a given. Kids are going to act out sometimes, whether you raise them well or not. But what I'm trying to say is, even when they do act out, since we love our children, we shouldn't go straight to yelling at them or hitting them. I feel like with kids, no matter what age they are, they always listen better and understand better when we just sit them down and talk to them. So, what I was going to say was, whether you're their parent or just the person who's stepped in to help raise them as a parent, I feel like either way, both of y'all should be patient and listen to your kids' needs, and listen to their cry for help, because sometimes children are bad because they're crying out and they want some love and just attention and stuff. And I know that that's not always the case for every child, but either way, I feel like, you know, you should just be more mindful of your children, and you don't always have to resort to,
Violence.
yes, violence or yelling, because at the end of the day, everyone wants to be talked to right. And I feel like there's better alternatives than just hitting them or yelling at them. Um, Also, for mothers and fathers who do pick their partner over their child, I feel like that's very heartbreaking and disgusting, because your child should come first before any other person, no matter how in love you are with them or how good they treat you. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be in your child's life just as much as they're going to be in yours. So if they can't treat your child right, then there's no reason why you should still be with them. And I have a little more to say, but do you have anything to, kind of input?
I
Any input?
when it comes to disciplining your children, I feel like before you grab the belt or go to the extreme punishment, whatever that may be or look like for you, I feel like you should take a moment to yourself and breathe and think before I go in my child's room with the belt or the paddle. I don't think people use paddles anymore, but
I'm sure some do.
whatever the case may be, before I go and punish my kid, let me take a breath before I do something that really hurts and traumatizes my kid, because I feel like a lot of the times parents forget that once upon a time that they were a kid, and they forget that they didn't like the way that their parents punished them or treated them in like times when their parents were angry or upset. And I know some parents come from different generations, but still, like, just take a break and be talk. What I'm trying to say is, like, talk to your kid when you're calm. Because if you talk to your kid when you're upset or like really, really angry, it's not gonna go well for you or the child. You will lose trust with your kids. Your kids won't want to talk to you. They won't trust you with certain things. They'll be scared of you. And I really dislike when parents say, "Oh, well, I dislike us like two things that parents say. Oh, I'm your elder and you have to respect me." To get respect, you have to give respect. And yes, even though that is your child, you should still respect your child. And also, dang, I forgot it.
Well, while you think of that real quick,
It'll come back.
what I was going to say is if you don't give your child respect, they're never going to learn how to respect themselves. Then when they grow up, they're not going to treat other people with respect.
Oh, that's what it was. And also, like, when you treat your child bad, or they feel like they can't trust you with certain things, and then you go and you tell them, hey, you can talk to mom or dad about anything, but can they really? Because when they went to you and talked to you about a certain thing and they told you, like, that was like personal to them, and they trusted you enough to tell you, but then you go and tell the whole family or the whole neighborhood, it's like you lose trust with your kids. So when you go and tell them, hey, you can talk to me about anything, they don't feel like they can. So take a breather, take a break, talk to your children when you're not angry. It's better for both of y'all. That's all I want to say.
To end this segment, the last thing that I want to say too is just be mindful that your children are still growing and learning, so they are going to make mistakes. And also be patient, because patience is the best thing that you can have when it comes to parenting. Um, and also, I just want to say that if you are a single parent, um, and you're looking to date somebody, make sure that they're going to prioritize your kids as well, because there's some people who just aren't meant to be a parent or be around children. And if you find somebody and they're not showing you any signs that they're um
A good
okay with
partner.
being, yeah, okay with being like a parent or close, or they're not trying to build a relationship with your kids, that's a red flag, kind of like where you have to step aside and be like, okay, do I really want to keep moving this forward with this person because they're not showing any interest in my child? Also, um, just put your kids first, because like they're your gift, and
Kids are blessings.
you can always find someone else who's going to respect you and respect the fact that you have children. And there's always going to be someone that's willing to step up and actually be a parent figure in your child's life. Don't
Give up.
don't sell yourself short and just find somebody that you are like, oh well, they're attractive, but they don't really like my kids, but they're attractive, so I want to be with them. No, that's not the right mentality that you should have going into the relationship. Yes, I know that it's going to be your partner and you're going to want to be with them for, you know, a long time, but at the end of the day, you have to put your kids and yourself first. And when you do that, it's a better outcome for you, your kids,
Everybody.
and that person.
Yeah. And also, make sure that you tell the person you're interested in and the person that's interested in you, let them know you have kids, because you don't want to catch them off guard and then you're like, oh, well, tomorrow I want you to meet my kids. And then they're like, whoa, hold on. Like, either they're not ready to be a parent, and some people, not everybody, but some people don't want to be a step parent. So just make sure you let them know, hey, I'm a package deal.
That is very true. So let us know what you guys think about that. Hopefully, we didn't offend anybody. That's never our intention. We're just trying to keep how we feel with you guys honest so that way you guys know our thoughts on the whole thing. But we're going to move into our next segment now.
And by the way, we don't have no kids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a cat mom. That's about it. But we've all been children.
And we've all raised or helped raise a child.
That is true. Oh, I'm about to have another nephew. I'm so excited. I really wanted it. I really wanted it to be a girl for my niece because she's the only girl so far. But I'm really excited.
But hey, at the end of the day, that just means she's gonna be more spoiled because she's the only girl and
That's
more
what
protected.
that's what my mom said. She's gonna be more protected and more spoiled. That's literally what my mom said. But okay, on to our next segment. Hi guys. Our next segment, we have Justin on the screen. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. But our next segment, we have Justin on the screen because it kind of involves him. But we're gonna be talking about. It's not funny. We're gonna be talking about the diddler, the diddler. We're gonna be talking about P Diddy. So I have my notes here, and this first paragraph says Diddy was arrested on September 17th, 2024. He was charged with I don't know if I could say that on YouTube, but he was charged with sex trafficking, racketeering. I'm sorry, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And if you don't know what racketeering conspiracy is, it means it's a federal crime that involves an agreement between two or more people to commit a pattern of illegal activity. It's considered one of the most complex federal crimes. So that's what he was charged with.
All right. And after his arrest, allegedly his music increased 18.3% in the week of his arrest. And that was from a CBS article, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That is
so crazy.
Which means after he got arrested, people started listening to his music even more.
And I get that some people don't know him, especially the younger generation. So when they do hear about him, they want to know who he is. And then when they find out he has ties to music, they want to know what kind of music he has done and stuff. So I get like the curiosity can make that happen, but also I want to know if like some of that has to do with just fans listening to his music even more after that happened, or I don't know. Either way, it's
Which,
crazy.
if you're someone who, like, I'm not talking to the kids, which kids should not be watching this. This is an adult podcast.
But we have younger generations that are like 13, 15,
Yes.
them that are curious.
So, but I'm talking to the people who know what Diddy did and what he's involved in allegedly. I'm talking to y'all. For y'all that went back and listened to his music after
Knowing
he got
who
arrested,
he is.
knowing who he is and what he allegedly did. I don't like y'all. I'm gonna make that clear. And this is Raven the Poet saying that. I don't like y'all. I'm gonna make that clear. Like, that's wrong. Y'all shouldn't have done that.
Like, you know what he's been charged with and what he allegedly has done, and you're still giving him
support.
Because when you listen to his music, that money's going back to him. Not just to him.
Does it go to him or his family?
I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know. But either way, it's crazy.
Either way, y'all are still giving him support and everything. Okay. The allegations against him date back to 2008, and the allegations are abuse, threatening, and coercing. I hope I said that right. Women for years, and they put this next part in parentheses, to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. That's crazy. And that was in 2008.
Wow. That is crazy. I mean, I know it's all alleged, but since 2008 and it's 2024, literally, and he's been free all this time. I mean, I know he's not free right now.
In 2008, I was 6.
Wow. I mean, it's just crazy to me because if this has been allegedly happening since 2008 that we know of, and it's now 2024 and he's barely being
charged,
that's really crazy.
That really is.
But he is in jail with other high-profile inmates at this time, such as singer R. Kelly. Also, alrighty, so I said R. Kelly, and then fallen cryptocurrency mogul Sam Bankman-Fried.
Which we don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but as well as rapper Ja Rule, even Al Sharpton, and they are all being held at the same federal detention center, or so we think. That's what it said in the...
And I think the detention center that they're all being held at is in New York.
Yes. I want to say
because I think that's where the diddler got arrested.
Yeah, I think so. Also, guys, we do know a little bit of details. We have been hearing mixed information from all kinds of
sources,
platforms, and so we're just giving you guys what we know. Of course, if you want more information, or if there's something that we might have missed or whatever the case may be, you can go look for it yourself, all the information on his case and everything.
Yeah, you could find some information on TikTok, some on I'm pretty sure Twitter. Like, Twitter is an information, like, social media for sure if you want to know anything. You can also find some on Snapchat. We found this from CBS News. This was an article that CBS News made. So, okay. In November 2023, I hope I say, I don't know if this is a woman or a man.
It's Cassie.
Is that?
That's her.
Ventura. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, in November 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit accusing Diddy of rape and abuse during their relationship. He denied the accusations as he would. They reached a settlement the following day.
Also, I think that that's so crazy. You could just tell that he was guilty because usually, whenever you're innocent, you're going to take everything to trial and you're going to go through the whole process. You're going to go through the whole process and all of that to prove your innocence. And they settled in court literally the next day.
Literally.
So,
Do you think allegedly he paid her off?
well, that's what they said happened.
Yeah.
The sources that I've read from said that he paid her a settlement and then they just left it at that.
Like
But
case closed.
but poor Cassie, she went through a lot. If you want, look up more information. There's a video too.
From the
But it's a
hotel?
graphic video. It's not for everyone who's sensitive to abuse and violence. I mean, I'm not saying, there's not I'm just going to leave it at that. If you're sensitive to abuse and stuff of that sort, don't watch it. But you can find the video on YouTube or TikTok or anywhere. And yeah, I'll just leave it at there, but leave it at that. But yeah, I hope Cassie's healing and doing better now because who knows, like, who knows what she went through while she was in a relationship with him.
Yeah. Like, the only stuff we really have or that we know happened to her is the video that I saw.
There's more stuff, but honestly, not that we didn't want to, but we just kind of had a little bit of topics that we wanted to bring up in this video. Um, so if y'all want like a deeper dive on the whole situation with Cassie as well, we could do a video on that, but we just wanted to keep it light and
short.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna say sweet because
yeah,
that's yeah.
if y'all want more, just let us know and we could do another video for y'all, a deeper dive on everything, like literally everything.
A deeper dive into Diddy's 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry.
Alrighty, guys, we're back. I'm so sorry that that turned off. So we have a cheating segment for you guys today. It is not anyone that we know personally. It is off of an app called Lemon and the number 8. You can download it. They have all kinds of interesting things on there, from recipes to workouts to vitamins. Also cheating.
And also, guys,
stories.
if y'all want us to cover one of y'all's cheating stories, just text our Instagram. We'll link our Instagram. We'll not necessarily link it, but we'll put it in the description below.
Yes, so there's a lot of not a lot, but there's some women who are brave enough to post their stories on Lemon 8 about, them being cheated on or dealing with abuse. And I just think that it's encouraging to read these because I feel like a lot of people go through go through being cheated on a daily. So yes, while it does hurt and it is something that's disgusting, I feel like if someone else hears their story, they can relate. Um, it's easier to know that you're not going through these things alone. Also, um, just know that I hope it gets better.
You're fine. If y'all hear me crunching, I'm eating a popcorn ball.
Just know that I wish you guys the best and I hope things get better for y'all if you are going through this. But with that being said, I'm going to get into this story. Her name is Rochelle, and I usually don't like putting people's info out there, but it is a public platform and she shared it, and a lot of people have um, reacted to her post. So, yeah, I'm just going to say her name. Her name is Rochelle, and the title is Cheated on Me 40 Times. Okay. Okay, so it says, where do I even start? Being cheated on is a reluctant moment, a moment when you're in shock, a moment where you really can't believe it in the inside, a time when your mind doesn't process correctly. The big question is, why did I stay? I stayed through the abuse, I stayed through the violence, and I stayed through the empty promises. I stayed through the lies, I stayed through it all. I was so battered, I was scared to even look myself in the mirror. I completely lost I completely lost sight of who I was. My light didn't shine anymore. My smile was crooked. My demeanor was dim. I was shattered inside and out. He looked me in the eyes every day and knew that there were others. Why didn't he just stay with them? Why didn't he just leave me alone? He said things to crush me each and every day. Why? Why was I a human punching bag? Why wasn't I strong enough? Why wasn't I strong? Um, I think she kind of did a little mistake, a spelling error, but it says, why wasn't I strong for my daughter and I? It was never love, so again, why did I stay? I guess I was holding on to a faint memory. I guess I was holding on to faint memories that were great. I'm sorry, guys. The good times that we had, although there were so much more bad times than the good. I counted 40 times that he cheated that I could remember, but I know that there are more times. I keep trying to do things to cover up the wounds, but there's nothing in this world that could hide the broken parts of me no matter what I did. Ladies don't be like me and stay because of a great moment. Leave because after the healing, each and every day will be great. Having a monster drag you into the closet isn't something you want to hold on to. I am her, and I want to be better for my daughter and every other woman that feels like they can't have a voice. I made it, and so can you. You are not alone, and I'm here if you need me. That was very sad, but it went from sad to her acknowledging her worth and her encouraging not only herself, but others. And I just want to say, Rochelle, you are not alone. And the fact that you were able to leave, even though it was hard for you to, took courage. And you're a really good mother for telling yourself that you and your daughter needed to be put first, and that even though you did have those memories with him, it wasn't worth the suffering that you were going through. Um, I know that domestic abuse and cheating are very hard things to go through, especially when you do feel alone. Um, but the fact that you were able to see your worth at the end is very encouraging, and I hope that anybody else who is dealing with something similar um, hears this and they hear your story, and it helps them to leave or to get through their own problems that they have. How did you feel? I'll let you finish eating. Wow.
I 40 times, that should be a crime. I've been kind of there. I was never cheated on, but I did go back. And
Like you left a toxic relationship and then went back to it.
yes, I'm not laughing at you, Rochelle. That's her name, right?
Rochelle, yeah.
Because I get it. How you said don't stay because of a good moment. I understand that. And I want to tell you that I'm proud of you because you did something that a lot of women are really afraid to do. And your daughter is, I don't know how old she is, but I know she's proud of you too for having the courage and the bravery and the strength to leave that monster. And I'm really just shocked. Like 40 times.
And you're also giving her a good example of a strong woman because when she gets older, she's going to have you as a reminder that she doesn't need to deal with anything that a man tries to put her through. She's going to be strong and she's going to follow in your footsteps. And hopefully, she never does have to deal with any of that or go through any of that. But your testimony and the things that you went through and the fact that you were able to have the courage to leave, that's going to be a really good example for her growing up.
And every time she does meet a little boy in a man's body, she's gonna, that's what I call him, because anyways, she's gonna remember, hey, my mom went through this BS. I don't have to deal with this, and I'm not going to.
Yeah.
You're showing her that she does have a voice and she has power, and that she doesn't have to deal with a man's BS. And I don't know if you're single. Did she say she was a single mom? I don't think it said. But you're showing her that she could be self reliant and independent, that she really doesn't need toxicity in a relationship. So,
yeah,
props
good,
to
good
that.
for you, Rochelle.
Yeah, good for you.
We hope that you're happy.
And we hope, I'm sorry, excuse me, we hope that you keep healing and you
take your time before you
find somebody else. Make sure you're good and your daughter's good. That's really what's important. And you're not alone.
Yes. So now it is 2:19 and we're going to get into this next segment. Just bear with us real quick. Okay, guys, we are back, and if you see the screen now, it has changed from Justin Bieber to a picture of the movie Up. This is going to be our conspiracy segment hosted by Sunshine, aka Rose. And please, before I get into the conspiracies, um, just know that these are lighthearted, fun conspiracies. They're not something that is 100% true. They're just interesting. And yeah, let's get into it. So, the first conspiracy is going to be about the movie Up. And I found this girl on TikTok. Her name is Ashley. And her last name is Baca, like Baca is how you spell it. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but I had saw a TikTok that she made on this conspiracy. And basically, it's the conspiracy goes that Carl died at the beginning of the movie. And the reason why they say that Carl died at the beginning of the movie is because I'm sorry that that keeps turning off, guys. The reason they say that Carl died at the beginning of the movie was because Russ, the little child, was never actually a real child. It is said that he was his guardian angel the entire time. And his mission was to help Carl get to heaven in the way that Ellie would have wanted. So they can reunite. Whenever Carl was releasing his house with the balloons, this is what was actually happening. Carl was having a vivid hallucination before experiencing a stroke. He was stressed out about losing the last piece of Ellie he had left, which was the house, right?
Yes.
And he was forced to go into retirement. Think about it. How convenient was it that whenever he was going up in the sky, he saw Russell? The whole movie was just a journey of crossing the other side to reunite with Ellie while fulfilling his last wish. So that was that one. It was just a cute little.
I'm gonna cry. I'm on the verge of tears.
You cannot be serious.
Dude, you don't understand. This movie means so much
I
to
was
me.
like in 6th grade
Get down.
when this movie came out. I was in 6th grade. It was 2009.
Oh, why do you have smokers meow?
But yeah, that was the little conspiracy on this movie.
That is so sad.
Granted, I'm pretty sure it's not, real, but wouldn't that be crazy if that was the whole premise of?
I'll never watch that movie the same again.
So, yeah, let us know what you guys
Get
think.
off.
Do you guys think that could be true, or do you think it's just something that someone made up? Either way, it's interesting. So let us know what you think, and we're gonna get into this next conspiracy. Before we get into this next conspiracy, Raven wants to tell you guys something.
I went from a popcorn ball, which needs more flavor. No shade to Sunshine because she made them. We work with what we got.
I used that good vanilla.
Did you put vanilla in it?
I did. I just didn't put a lot.
But I went from that to ice cream. I'm sorry, Mama, if you see this.
Was that all you had to say?
I know it's 2 a.m, but nobody come for me. I'm on my cycle. We both are actually. So we have the right to eat ice cream at 2 a.m. Anyways, on to the Disney princesses.
Okay, the Disney princesses. So I know that most of them are all here. This is an older picture that needs to be updated because I'm pretty sure Moana is a princess, right? But she's not on here.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into all of them, but I just thought that it'd be cute to have all of them kind of in frame. Jasmine's a little out of frame, but whatever. The next conspiracy is, I'm sorry guys, we're having technical difficulties and we still kind of are. But basically this conspiracy is about the Disney princesses having mental disorders. So the first one we're going to talk about is going to be Ariel. I don't know if I can get her more this way. We're going to be talking about Ariel. So, according to the theory, Ariel might be a hoarder with an obsessive collection of items, which psychologists suggest could be a form of OCD. Could Ariel's treasure trove indicate hoarding disorder? That's what some people think. Now, the next one is about Alice from Wonderland. It says she sees bizarre things like talking caterpillars. This theory suggests that Alice is experiencing schizophrenia. Do her hallucinations indicate schizophrenia?
I never watched that movie.
It's a good movie. I don't know how.
I mean, I saw like bits and parts of it. Like I saw other people watching it, but I never watched it.
Wow. Well, you need to.
But I do want to because I know there's a lot of like
interesting things.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next one is about Belle, and it says Belle was captured and eventually fell in love with the Beast. This theory claims that Belle has Stockholm Syndrome. Is her love for the Beast a sign of it? Which I've heard that before.
Beauty and the Beast. My mom loves that movie. That's her favorite Disney movie. Beauty and the Beast.
Is it like Ashley?
It really is.
Interesting. Well,
If y'all hear anything, my cat has the night zoomies or the
yes,
morning zoomies.
Tuna does.
Natalie.
The next one is about oops. Give me 1 second. The next one is about Elsa. It says Elsa and Anna from Frozen. Their reckless behavior suggests that Elsa's mood swings symbolize bipolar disorder. Are her fluctuating emotions indicative of bipolar disorder? So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Elsa shows bipolar disorder, or do you think that she's just misunderstood and that's all that it is? Let us know what you think. These are pretty short. They're just like little
I mean, I'd be
theories.
angry too if I couldn't use my power and I was taught that I was evil because I had powers that I didn't ask for. So yeah, I'd be, I don't know,
You'd be
all over the place.
yeah. Well, those were just little short ones. Sorry that I was kind of rambling. They were little notes that I had, and I kind of hurried and put them together from what the stuff that I was reading. So those are just the little thoughts on the princesses when it comes to them having mental disorders.
Also, let us know if y'all want another Disney theory that I heard of about Winnie the Pooh.
Ooh, Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so I'd actually be interested in doing a Winnie the Pooh conspiracy and even more Disney conspiracies. I know that there's other conspiracies that have to do with princesses too. So if y'all want just a conspiracy, a Disney conspiracy kind of thing, let us know and we will do that for you guys. We're gonna get into our next segment now, or our next conspiracy.
It's getting dark.
No, it's not getting dark.
Okay.
Our next conspiracy is about Boo from Monsters Inc. And the conspiracy is that Boo is actually the witch in Brave. I don't know if you guys ever seen Brave, but it says that she is the witch in Brave, and the theory is that she missed Sully and Mike so much after returning to her world that she tried to search for the magic door but ended up in the Brave universe and couldn't return. Why else would she carve a picture of Sully? It also says what's even crazier is that she was also the very first original owner of Jessie in Toy Story. The witch carving the Pizza Planet truck is evidence that she's from the Toy Story universe. So that was two theories in that one. Apparently, people think that once she traveled back to her world, she got stuck in the Brave universe, and then there is a carving of Sully in her little house or shed. I've never watched Brave, so
It's been a while, so my memory's foggy.
but I don't know if you guys can see. It's like a little carving that she has of Sully, and then it says that she was Jessie's owner and that she was carving the Pizza Planet truck. If y'all guys want to go check out those two conspiracies, I got that from. Let me see what the TikTok is. I am the motivation. Goat is the creator who posted that conspiracy theory about Boo. What do you think? Do you think that it could be? Or
I think it could be true.
it's interesting. Okay. Okay, guys, our next it's not a conspiracy per se, but sorry, I was getting a drink. It's not a conspiracy per se, but I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this show. This is a family that used to have, well, it's a Disney show. It used to be a Disney show, and it was called Living Life with Derek. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was a Canadian show, and then I guess Disney picked it up and it aired on Disney for a few years, and then they took it off. And now, if you go try to watch it, it is not on Disney Plus's platform. So I guess once people got older and they thought that this show was a little weird, Disney just took it off of their platform for that reason, but I could be wrong. So anyways, this storyline of this show is about a teenage girl whose mother remarries and moves into her stepfather's house.
Yep.
With her sister and her mother, and they meet their new stepsister and two stepbrothers. One, who is Derek, which is the oldest, that's right next to her, and she changes schools and has to make new friends and just navigate her new blended family. And I don't really want to say it's like a conspiracy, but
Her and her
there was some controversy with the show because basically a lot of fans had, I guess,
speculations.
speculated that the show kind of touched on incest between the two main characters, which is Derek and Kate. Was it Casey or Cassie?
I don't
I want
know.
to say it was Casey, but fans remember and are shocked all over again about this show. And people were shocked that it actually aired on Disney Channel where children watched it. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it aired from 2005 to 2009.
Chick-fil-A.
And and basically, yeah, it heavily implied incest between the two main characters, and a lot of people noticed that. Um, it's just kind of crazy. I remember slightly because I am older. I remember it would show around the time that it was like a show that showed around the time that That's So Raven was on Disney Channel, and I remember watching it like a little bit, but I don't remember it fully because this wasn't like one of my favorite shows. But looking back at it, I could see how there was some sexual tension slash people say incest, and I'm not trying to be gross, but they were just step siblings. Like they weren't half brother, half sister. They weren't related in any way. They were just related through marriage. So I don't want to say that it was incest per se. I mean, I know that they're family now, but incest is like when you're actually related to them. And so while it is disgusting,
It's
because,
still weird.
No, don't get me wrong. It is very weird because they're siblings now through marriage, but I think that the term incest is like
Biological.
used wrong in
Yeah.
this, like, like technically, if, people did want to say it was incest, I understand because they're now related by marriage, but it definitely was weird though because normally you don't see stepbrothers and stepsisters having sexual tension and flirting with each other and all of that. So if you guys would like to, y'all could go watch some clips or
But it's crazy
find the
because,
show, see for
not to
yourself.
cut you off, Sunshine, but it is crazy because I remember watching That So Raven, and I never like watched this show per se, like when it aired on TV, but I came across a TikTok where it showed a scene from this show, and it was like they were alone and they were flirting with each other, and then they literally started making out.
No way.
I swear they did. Like
Oh
it was
my
not no
gosh.
little like peck. No, it was a Diddy moment. But no, that's not funny. But like
Wow.
they literally like, and it was like, yeah, either I'm delusional and that never happened, or it did. But if
Which,
if y'all remember that,
let us know.
because I swear I'm not crazy.
And do y'all feel the same way? Do y'all feel like this show should have not been on Disney? And do y'all feel like there definitely was some weird moments?
Something weird, weird, weird.
Or do you feel like it was all innocent and they were just siblings? Let us know.
Well,
But that's that conspiracy. Now we're going to get into the next. Okay, we're back with our next conspiracy, which is Chick fil A. Now,
not the Chick-fil
you
A.
may be wondering what could Chick fil A have to be hiding? Well, I wouldn't say that they're necessarily hiding anything. This isn't this is more of a Mandela effect. You're being big backed.
No, I'm
Okay,
thinking of it.
so
Billie Eilish.
apparently, let me see what her TikTok is. So this girl's TikTok is no with two O's, and then it says X and crannies. Let me see. That is her TikTok. She posted on July 10th
Sunshine.
a Mandela effect. Oh, she's crossing her paws.
Yes, that's so cute.
Basically, she's saying that Chick fil A has bamboozled us all because, as you see, this is from their actual website. It is spelled Chick fil A and there's a K. But apparently, other people don't remember there being a K in the Chick fil A. Not everyone, but a lot of people are saying that there never was a K, that it was always just CHIC and then fillet. So that is possibly a Mandela effect because somebody in her comments said that they used to work at Chick-fil-A in high school in the late 90s and that they don't remember the K being there. And another person said, I have an old work shirt with the logo, so without the case, so it's definitely real. But
I want to see that.
on her video, the Chick-fil-A thing that she has on her video, it's just CHIC fillet, and on their website there's a K. So
Like
that's
that's a container that she has from Chick-fil-A.
no, it's just like a sticker on TikTok. But
Mm.
still, why would there be a sticker without the K if it's always been Chick fil A like that? Now, I don't remember fully because we never could afford Chick fil A when I was a kid. We barely could afford McDonald's. So, I couldn't tell you if there was a K or not. But what do you think?
Now that makes me want to go back to our old footage when we did that Chick-fil-A mukbang.
Like 4 years ago,
Yes, and I want to see.
what there was. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yes,
So.
dude. And then that's because my brother used to work at Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna have to ask him. No, Drake.
Oh, okay.
And we ain't talking about the diddler Drake. No, my brother's not like that. But
Yeah, but that's
he
interesting.
used to work there. I'm gonna have to ask him.
Well, let us know, guys, if you remember the K being there or if we're all just being lied to. But I think, and again, this is just me. I know that I'm on their website and there's a K, but that just doesn't sit right with me. Like, my brain just doesn't want the K to be there. I just see like the CHIC. And yeah. So let us know what you guys think.
And that's crazy because to me, it would look weird without the K.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I don't know. Either way, that's weird.
Like, can I see that video?
Yeah. Like, you're not gonna play the volume, right? Like the.
No, I just want to see the bot or the sticker. What the heck? I'm gonna send that to myself.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was crazy. So just let us know what you guys think. Do y'all think that it belongs there, or do you remember there not
That's
being a K?
crazy.
But on to our next segment. Let me get that pulled up real quick. Okay, guys, our next topic or our next Mandela effect is the Pillsbury Doughboy. So, this is Pillsbury's website, and the reason why I have him up here on the screen is because a lot of people are saying that this blue little what is that called? His blue little scarf. They're saying that this is the correct this is the correct, like how everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people, they picture the Pillsbury Doughboy with a blue scarf. Now, in the comments from the video that I found, a lot of people are saying that they remember his scarf being red, but there's a majority of people saying that they remember his scarf being red. There's a majority of people saying that they remember it being blue like this, how it is on their website. And then there's a lot of people saying that they remember this being the correct depiction of how he looked, that he just had a white scarf.
That's him.
But on Pillsbury's website, they have him with the blue scarf.
I don't care. Pillsbury's wrong. Pillsbury. Dude, that got. Oh no, dude. Yeah, I can't sleep. That messed with my mind.
So this is how
Because
people say he looks. And this is from spiritbusiness.org. So this isn't from Pillsbury's website, but the one that is from Pillsbury's website is him with the blue scarf.
Because when you first showed the one with the white scarf, like before you showed that, actually, like I was thinking that I remember him with no scarf. But then when you showed that one, I was like, that's him.
That's how you remember him.
Yes.
I don't know.
Dude, that, like, I gotta research all night because that messed with me.
Pillsbury
is a liar. You mentirosa.
But also a lot of people say they remember him with a red scarf. And it's not just a few people. There was a handful, not even like more than a handful of people saying, I remember him with a red scarf, not a blue scarf or a white scarf. So I don't know. Tell us what you guys think. But I thought that was interesting. I've always remembered him with a blue scarf.
Like in the early 2000s when I was born, he always had the white scarf with like a little blue on it.
I always remember, and that's what someone said too. Someone was like, I remember that he had like a scarf, but it was like blue and white.
Yes. Because isn't that what the other picture is?
The other one's just plain white.
No, it's not. Go back to it.
It is.
Go back to it. Maybe I need a new prescription or something.
I'm trying to click on it.
See, it has a little bit of blue, doesn't it?
It's just pure white.
Dude. Tuna, I hope you're not under there. I don't want to squish you.
It's literally just pure white.
Oh, she's over there. Dude, I need a new prescription.
But yeah. I remembered it blue. She says she remembers it white. Let us know if you remember it blue or white, or if you're like the other majority and you remember him having a red scarf.
Or let us know if you remember him with no scarf.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's interesting. So I'd like to know what you guys think. But we're going to get into this.
That one messed with my head.
We're going to get into this last conspiracy or Mandela effect. And this one messes with my head because I've never eaten this chip before, but I could have swore with everything in me that this chip was called Dynamites. Doritos has a chip that kind of is in the shape of a taki, and they've always been called Dynamites to me. I've never eaten them, but I've always referred to them as Dynamites. And nope, I was wrong. They are called, if it loads, Dynamitas. Dynamitas are what they're called, not Dynamites. And I kind of was like, I had a moment because like I said, I've never eaten these, but I've always thought that they were called dynamites. But no, it says dinamitas. So
No, no, no. No, no, no.
have you eaten these before?
Sir,
I've never had these
Rose,
before.
Sunshine. When we used to be real, real big bets, which I'm proud of myself. I weigh 209. But when we used to be like real depressed big backs,
Snack attack.
yes. Remember they had they would always have those, it was either like 2 for $5 or like
They
two
always
for
had the
six
2 for 5 or
deals.
2 for 6 deal.
Yes, and we would get our own individual bag of chips.
Yes.
And like we were craving hot chips. Sometimes you would get like hot Cheetos or the hot Doritos
Yeah.
or whatever. I would get those.
I
And
could
they
have sworn I
were
remembered you eating those.
I
never did,
would.
though.
I recently stopped because those are like really hot.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the Post Malone chips at
Aren't
first.
the ones that say new the Post Malone ones or no?
No, because his are the Doritos.
Oh,
Or those
okay.
are
Well, it's
Doritos.
by the brand Doritos, but these are like their version of the Takis, I think, because they look like
Yeah.
Takis, but
But they don't have that like
the same.
they don't have like the sour.
Oh yeah,
It's just
yeah.
spice.
I mean, I
But
don't know. I've never tasted them, but yeah.
anyways, back to it. Like I used to get those, and those hoes are called dynamites. I don't care what nobody says. You're not ruining my.
Dinamitas?
You're not ruining my depression days. Those were dynamites.
Oh, trust me, I've never eaten these, and this bamboozled me because even though I've never eaten them, I've always known them as dynamites. I've never heard someone say, "I'm gonna buy some dynamitas." I've always heard people say, "Oh, I'm gonna get the dynamites" or whatever.
Literally.
So yeah, this
Like
is from
even your brothers have gotten those.
thing. It's from Doritos, and it says on there Dynamita.
No, there was never an in.
Ita. There was never an Ita.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know how to spell. I'm bamboozled right now. But dude,
That's crazy.
I feel like I just got hit by a truck, and my whole life is a lie. My life is a lie.
Yeah. I looked and someone was like, "Yeah, they're definitely called dynamites," but I don't know. That's crazy.
Dynamitas. Shut up. Get out of here.
I mean, you can't say shut up. It's Doritos, literally.
I don't care. They're lying to us. They're trying to control our minds. They're trying to change us. They're trying to make me crazy. You ain't gonna do no 5150 on me. I'm not crazy.
Well, guys, that was the last.
Let us know if they're dynamites or dynamitas.
Yeah, let us know what you remember because I remember dynamites. So does Raven, but it says clearly, as clear as day, right here, Doritos Dynamita. So
I wish I can go back 5 years when I was at the store buying these.
dude,
I'm gonna have to do a deep meditation and go back in time because I am shooketh. This
your
is
boots are quaking.
yes, like the pain has left my body.
Oh my god.
That's how shook I am. I shook all the pain out, but like that's crazy. Somebody's lying.
If y'all want
Somebody's
to,
lying.
if y'all want to check out the girl who did, it's just like a quick short video about the conspiracy or the Mandela effect on these Doritos. That's her.
Send me the video.
That's her at.
Please.
But yeah, that was our last one that we had. I'm sorry that we were kind of all over. We weren't all over the place, but like when it came to the conspiracy segment, I had some that were in order how I wanted them, and then some of them just got like kind of mixed matched, and I was trying to like mentally put everything together. So yeah, sorry for a little bit of the confusion. Not it sane. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Sorry, the computer's glitching, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this video.
Oh, we have one more thing.
Okay, what's our last thing?
Our quote of the day
Oh yeah, quote of the day.
is gonna be you can't control people's actions. You can only control your reaction to their actions.
That's really good. I like that.
Whoever created that quote, props to you, because I was scrolling on Facebook and it was there. They didn't tag the person, but I appreciate you because I literally live by that.
That's a really good quote. It says, what did you say it said?
You can't.
You can't control
It's
people's actions. Oh gosh. I can't see it.
You can't control people's actions. You can only control your reaction to their actions.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for that. I kind of didn't hear it fully the first time. But yeah, that is a really good quote. And it's a really
It's like a mantra.
Yeah, like that's something that everyone should live by. You should never react to how other people expect you to or want you to. You should always just, be able to control yourself and have that discipline and not act out or whatever the case may be. But with all of that being said, we appreciate you being here with us tonight. It's already 3 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, we enjoyed this podcast and we hope that you did too. We're just getting better with every video that we post, and we hope that you guys continue watching, liking, and if you have not already, we would appreciate it if you subscribe. Also, if you would want us to do our podcast more like this, like in this kind of order, let us know that and give us recommendations if you have any, and we will be glad to do those for you. We are going to have some videos backed up, so if you do see this and we don't do your request in the next video, just know that it's because we already have some videos backed up, but we'll get to them as soon as we can.
And also, we want to let you guys know that we're going to hold off on food recommendations for now, but we'll get back to that as soon as we can. Also, anything else to say?
The only other thing that I was going to say is, yeah, we do have all the food recommendations. Trust us, we're not ignoring you guys. We have everything written down and all of that. We're just getting everything situated for the most part. But we are still taking food recommendations. We're going to do all of them. So if you still want to leave some, that's fine. But we'll just be doing those probably within the next month. It won't be like right now.
Yeah.
But we're open to recommendations still, so leave them.
And with much peace and unconditional love, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Thank you.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only